Okay, let's get the car back on the road, please, because Bryan Dillon, who's the public information officer for the Clover School District, is here. Good morning to you, Bryan.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We're happy you helped ground us a little bit, Bryan.
Yeah, well, we've got some big news to share from the Clover School District. We'll let you do the honors when it's dealing with the budget.
Yeah. At last night's board meeting, the Clover School District Board of Trustees approved the 2024-2025 operating budget, which includes Clover School District becoming the first county school district in York County to up base teacher pay to $50,000. So that's a big initiative in the state, and Clover School District's become the first to do it in York County.
Leading the way, Bryan. Has this news, it's been announced now, so teachers probably have heard the excitement. It happened last night, right?
Happened last night, and my full press release will go to everybody a little bit later this morning, so they'll see that and they'll get that. Also, part of our budget is some destination district increases that target some spots where we were trailing behind other parts of the county to bump them up because our goal is to be a place that you want to come work in York County, and we are. Right now, currently one of the top 10 employers within the county itself, and so when you're competing against other big companies and other big agencies, you got to have something that differentiates, and that's what we've looked to do. So a lot of great work has gone into that from our HR department, Dr. Hemingway before he left, Mrs. Sauls right now, our finance department, Mr. Love and his staff, and then our board of trustees and Dr. Quinn have done a great job working to find ways to make Clover School District that place that people want to work.
I love that. I'm just thinking of teachers that are listening and now on the way to school, or if they're already there having it playing, the excitement they must feel, because that means you guys have their back. And this has been the buzz from state, nationally. Every teacher is facing it. And for you guys to kind of take the lead is very important to them. So kudos.
So, Bryan, again, this is a minimum salary of $50,000 for beginning teachers.
Yep. Year zero on our salary structure, that's where they will be. We've also improved moving from a 26-year scale to a 28-year scale. So what that means is if you were 26 years in, you weren't getting those bump ups. You were where you're at. So we added 2 steps to that to allow the top of the scale to move as well, which is big to retaining our teachers at the top end, because they are very important to for a number of reasons. They've got the veteran leadership. They help bring along your new employees. So doing things at both ends of the scale to make Clover School District a place that people want to be.
So overall, your budget is coming in at $128.3 million. That's the operating budget for the Clover School District for the 2024-2025 school year. That is an increase over previous years, but you're doing what's like a phased-in approach. And explain the concept behind that if folks are not familiar with that, dealing with maybe like a school budget.
Absolutely. In 2026, we plan to open 3 new schools. So you're going to have Lake Wiley High School, Liberty Hill Elementary School, and Roosevelt Middle School. So a part of that, when you open new schools, is the staffing and what goes into that. And obviously we're growing, which is why we're opening those new schools. So to help handle that growth, we're trying to phase in some of those hires where we can now, so that when we open those schools in 2026, we have those positions already, so you don't see this massive budget hit in a single year. We're just trying to be very strategic in spreading those out to make sure that when we open those schools, we have a lot of those pieces in place.
Very smart.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like $100,000 has been allocated for safety and security initiatives.
Yeah, so that has been added to there, and we are working on writing a grant for that. So you have to do a matching of 20-25%. So that's what that $100,000 is for. But we're working on that grant that would be over a 3-year term, $500,000. So as a part of our meeting last night, Dr. Hopkins and Mr. Ruth talked about some of the security measures that we've tested here since that episode earlier in the month of April with the student bringing a weapon to school. We've done some work with metal detectors because we do have some within the district that we use for athletic events. Tested those out as in some random spots, moving them in the hallway, bringing students through to test that. We've done some research on metal detection versus weapons detection and some systems that are available. They presented on that. So that security measure is a part of a broader plan in hoping that we get that federal grant for $500,000 to help aid in the purchasing of possibly some new equipment and other opportunities for enhanced safety protocols throughout Clover School District.
Bryan Dillon is the public information officer with the Clover School District. Again, the Clover School District overnight approved their $128.3 million operating budget for the upcoming school year. But before we can focus on that, we need to say goodbye to this school year. We've got graduation happening right around the corner. Take us through the last couple of days of school in the Clover School District.
Absolutely. We're right down to it. The last day of school is Thursday, May 30th, which is also my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday to Kenzie.
Happy early birthday.
But we'll be graduating one of the largest classes in Clover High School history again. That gets set on repeat pretty much every year. And that'll be at the Winthrop Coliseum on the 30th, and we've had a stellar class, gone out with a bang with on the 10th, the girls soccer team winning the state championship. So, a lot of great things are happening. We're looking forward to that commencement ceremony, that closing, the closing stages of the school year. And it's always a really good event and an opportunity to celebrate our seniors. And they've gone through a lot within their time, obviously. And so we're looking forward to that on Thursday the 30th.
Wow. Well, congratulations again to those Blue Eagles, sending them out into the real world wherever they land.
Flying out there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, Bryan, with your other schools that are coming online in August of 2026, construction is moving right along on the two new schools that are coming from the ground up. The 9th grade campus is being transformed into that third middle school. Where are we on mascots and colors and everything else along those lines?
Well, we've got our mascots named for each of them. We've got the colors. We did that. We're into the branding phase, and what we're going to do with that is wait till we get back to school in August so that we can incorporate the students into some of that process. So we've had meetings with potential vendors about handling our branding and designing that and what that'll look like. So we'll do some different things with them in order to do some mock-ups, see what it would look like, go through different iterations. At least one company has talked about possibly, if we use them, having the students in the room while an artist is doing some live work, and they can say, well, what about this, and make the change as you go. So there's some different options out there that we're exploring and looking into for the branding process and what that'll mean and what that'll look like. So that's the next phase with those. And we're excited to see where that goes. The land has been cleared out on the Cannonball Run site for Lake Wiley High School, and we're moving along with that process. Still looking at that August 2026 date. And we had some bids come in, and last night the board also approved an intent to award to one of the contractors that'll just start this next phase and moving forward. So there's a lot of work going on and a lot to be done between now and August of 2026.
Just crazy to even say 2026, but as you know, Bryan, it flies by.
Especially in the school district. They work years in advance for all that planning, obviously so. All right, well, a great update from the Clover School District. Again, approved their operating budget, and Bryan Dillon is the public information officer. Thank you so much, Bryan, for breaking all that down for us and our listeners. We appreciate it.
Thank you.